Tony is on the line in Dublin. Well, Tony, how long have you been waiting?
Hiya, Andrea.
How are you? Good.
I got the COVID cert in the post last Monday week, and the details on the cert was wrong. My name was wrong on it. So I have been ringing them every day since last Monday week. I just leave the phone on speaker for about an hour or so, then go back to it, maybe do another hour, and just didn't want to get too stressed. But I do need to travel, and I just didn't want the chance going to the airport, because I may be able to get out on the details, because maybe you could talk to somebody at the checkout and say, it is really me or whatever, and hope that they'd accept it. But you couldn't really hope that you'd be lucky enough to get back if you're in a foreign country and it just doesn't correspond with what's on my passport. So I'm kind of in a bit of a dilemma.
Okay, and Tony, sorry, can I just, sorry to cut across you, when you say it's the wrong name...
Well, what I mean is, you know the way you could have a double barrel name like John Paul or PJ or Paddy Joe? Well, I've a double name as well, and instead of them putting my first and second name and my family name, they just did my second name and left the first name off. Okay,
and so it doesn't correspond with the passport, that's the problem?
Exactly, because my passport would have my first name and the first letter of my second name. This has the full spelling of my second name and nothing to do with my first name.
And you're 9 days waiting to get through?
Yeah, 9 days waiting to get through. I just kind of nearly gave up, and that's why I contacted you. People. Thank you.
Yeah, stay with us. Greg is with us too. Well, Greg, are you waiting 9 days, or how long are you waiting?
No, I'm not actually waiting 9 days. I started last week because my wife got her pass about a month ago, and I was vaccinated before her, so I have no pass. And my concern was that was it sent to me? Was it sent to the wrong address? Does someone else have all my details? I wasn't travelling, so I decided I'd see where my pass is. Anyway, I got onto the helpline, and let me see now. That was last week. Anyway, I spent 2 hours, maybe an hour and a half. On Monday, I rang, and I was on at about 4:30, and then at 6 o'clock or 5:30, I can't remember when. I got a message to say that the office was closed. So yesterday morning, I decided that I'd start at 9 o'clock. And I left my phone on. And at 1:30, my battery ran out.
In the afternoon?
Yes.
Yeah.
From 9 o'clock. I left the phone on non-stop, and I was getting the message, thank you, 90 minutes waiting time and all that. So the point I'm making is I rang the HSE to see if they could help. They said they can't. I rang my GP, and my concern is that someone has my pass, or was it sent out? That's all I want to know.
Yeah, okay.
Did they send it out?
I should say as well, we actually reached out to the HSE about this, and they say it's not their issue, but we've asked them to try and find out who is responsible for manning or monitoring, this line.
Who is responsible?
Tony,
how do we find out?
Yeah, Tony, have you made contact with anybody else to try and find out?
Yeah, I tried Facebook, Twitter, HSC, and in desperation, I actually rang a COVID registration place, and a girl was very kind and helpful on the phone, but she clearly said that she was only registering people, and it was out of her control. Nothing they could do. HSC said it wasn't their responsibility, and any of the helpline numbers just keep going on and on and on.
We're going to try and find this out. Joe's with us as well in Offaly. Joe, did you have any luck with this line?
How are you, Andrea? I did, yeah. I'm going to Malta on Friday, and I only got fully vaccinated on Sunday, so the 2 weeks done. I was ringing them all last week, spending 5-6 hours on the phone, and no getting through. But 2 days ago, I rang them at 8:29, a minute before it opened, and I got through within 15 minutes. and they sent me out my cert, and it was wrong. They spelled my name wrong. So again, I went rang them yesterday at 8:29 again to clarify, change my name to my what was on my passport, and they sent it out to me before 3 o'clock yesterday. And my girlfriend was in the same situation. She rang them at 8:29.
Why 8:29, Joe? This is very precise.
Because the way I rang them at 8:25, and I got locked off every morning before that. And at 8:29, it seems to be the way that the answer machine, you go through the whole code, and when you press 1,
Yeah.
and
So they must open at 8:30, is it?
Yeah, 8:30. Yeah, exactly. So that's just the way I've been gotten through, and she got through this morning at 8:29. Now I don't know how long I think she was waiting, within 40 minutes or 50 minutes, but she still got through, because you're going to be at the top of the queue.
I have a text in here from a listener as well who says, a tip that might help others: I found my digital COVID cert in the spam folder on my email. It was sent the same day I got my second vaccination. Another listener: my daughter again spent 5 hours listening to that message yesterday and eventually got cut off. She was vaccinated in a pharmacy. Elton is on the line as well. Elton, you had an issue with your own cert. Did you get sorted?
I got started today. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can just about you. You're not on loudspeaker there, are you?
I am. Hang on, take off loudspeaker.
Take us off loudspeaker there. Yeah, no, that's a bit better.
Can you hear me now?
I can, yeah.
So what happened was I was working. I work for Pfizer, and we got vaccinated in February, but our files weren't sent in till about a month ago. So everybody got theirs on Friday in Pfizer, the people who work there. And when I was looking for my cert and my emails, it wasn't there at all. It wasn't. They got the email address wrong, and when I rang them up, I've been trying to get through them since Friday, like literally spending hours. And today I was on the phone for 3.5 hours, and eventually got through to them, and the O of my name was wrong. Now they just said to me, they'll amend the file and send it on to the HSE, but it could take 5 days before I get there.
So have you actually got it back then yet?
No. I literally got the phone about 20 minutes ago.
Oh, okay, right. And what time in the day did you start calling it?
8 o'clock this morning, and I got off the phone at 12 o'clock.
Greg, are you going to start calling, I suppose, that little bit what time do you call it in the morning? A lot of people talking here about 8:30 and 8:29.
No, I started at 9 o'clock yesterday, and as I said, my battery ran out at 1:30 on the phone. So I then, anyway, I sent an email to the minister's office because nobody can help me. There's no email I can send an email to anybody.
Which minister actually, Greg? Which minister's department? Is it health or?
Health minister.
Yeah, okay.
I haven't heard anything back yet. But basically all I said was, I told them my experience, and I said, HSE can't help me, my GP can't help me. I said, can you recommend anybody that can help me? Your phone line can't help me. I just need to know where my cert is. Did they send it? Even if I could go online and find out, did they actually send it?
I wonder, yeah, I know. I wonder, just talking to you all here on the show, I wonder, have any of our callers, has anyone an email address that they found that you contact?
There's no email address for
I
it.
didn't find any.
No email.
No email.
The only email address at the moment is for the COVID recovery. So if you've had COVID,
yeah,
there's an email address for it, but there's no email address for actual getting your cert from double vaccination.
Right. Yeah, well, look, as I said, we've reached out to the HSE about this, and as they said, it's not their, issue or department or whatever you want to call it, but we've asked them to try and find out who is actually responsible, and if we get that information, we'll certainly let you know here on Lunchtime Live. I have another text in from a listener. I work in a GP surgery. Our phone lines are becoming clogged with patients asking when are we getting the DCC. The patients have spent hours on hold on the helpline. They're extremely frustrated, and by the time they get through then to the doctor's surgery asking what are we doing about it and how can we sort their problem, the way we're spoken to at the moment is absolutely shocking. We've worked so hard for so long during COVID, and it's so disappointing to be treated in this way. God help those that are the staffing the helpline, if my experience is anything to go by. Look, that's a really, I think, a fair text, certainly by that caller, as they said, working in a GP surgery, and unfair because it's obviously not their issue either.